Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another book review on HSP TV channel. Today, we are diving into a book that's right up our alley. It's called Pandemic Budgeting and Finances, and it was written by a dear client of mine called Reshma Bhojwani. And in it, it's no fancy talk, it's just real world stuff. So let's dive right into it. Pandemic Budgeting and Finances isn't your typical financial read. Reshma really walks us through the nitty-gritty of managing your money, especially during times of crisis, like a pandemic or the sudden end of your marriage or other things that just turn your world upside down. And reading the book, it's a lot like having a chat with a friend who just gets it, you know? And that's because Reshma really keeps it simple. Instead of drowning us in financial lingo, she really breaks down how to handle your cash in a way that's just really easy to grasp. It's not rocket science, she just gives practical advice for the everyday wallet. So, I want to share some key takeaways that I got from reading her book. And the first key takeaway is surviving the money roller coaster, because that is what pandemic budgeting and finances is all about. Reshma gives us down to earth tips on managing our finances when life throws us curveballs. Well, who cannot want those types of tips, right? And the second key takeaway that I want to share with you is budgeting without the headache. And that is because Reshma really breaks down how to budget without giving you a headache. It's not about cutting everything out of your life that's fun and that makes life worth living. It's a lot more about being smart with the things that we do have. The third key takeaway that I want to share with you is emergency fund real talk, because Reshma talks real about emergency funds. She doesn't sugarcoat it, but she does give you practical steps to build an emergency fund, even when your budget feels really tight. And I especially love how she compares it to normal budgeting. The fourth key takeaway is navigating debt like a boss. And that is because this book really guides us on navigating our steps, navigating our budget, really like a boss. And it's not about drowning in your budget, it's about taking the steps to tackle your budget head on, to be prepared, to know where you're at, and to get you out of financial shit if you're in there in a heartbeat. The fifth key takeaway that I want to be sharing with you today is investing for the regular folks. And that is because Reshma really simplifies investing for us regular folks. As she doesn't use Wall Street jargon, but she just gives clear advice on how to make your money work for you, even when you are not a financial wizard. And I really love her for doing that, because for sure, I'm not a financial wizard. So let's talk a little bit about her writing style. Because Reshma's writing is like getting advice from a friend who's been through it. She doesn't confuse you with financial wizardry. She just gives you straightforward guidance for everyday people just like you and me. Personally, pandemic budgeting and finances hit home for me. It's not a lecture on what we should be doing. It's more like a friendly guide on what we can do with the things that we do have, so that it doesn't look like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but she gives really clear step-by-step tips and advice on how to get you out of any type of financial shit that you might be experiencing in your life as a result of an emergency like a pandemic, or like I said, the end of a marriage like it was for her. So Would I recommend this book? Absolutely. If you are looking for budgeting advice without the financial jargon, then this book is it. This book is like a practical toolkit for navigating your money during crazy times. And we all experience crazy times in one form or another at one point in our life. So, to wrap it up, Pandemic Budgeting and Finances by Reshma Bhojwani is a no-nonsense guide for people with an everyday wallet. So I would really, really recommend that you go and get your copy today. Thank you for joining me in this book review about pandemic budgeting and finances. I hope that this was a valuable video to you. I would love it if you could show your support by liking this video, leaving a comment with your biggest insight, and if you haven't done so already, subscribing to the channel. For right now, I wish you an amazing rest of your day. Until next time, may your wallets be full and your stress be low. Take care.